Netflix held an event last night where we got some brand new footage from Rebel Moon as well as our first official poster. Hey everyone, welcome back to the road to Rebel Moon. This is episode 9 and today we have some brand new footage from the film itself, as well as some behind the scenes action and a brand new poster. So without further ado, let's get into the new footage revealed and break it down. Now at the Netflix event, we got a video released showing some behind the scenes footage of Rebel Moon, along with some of the cast talking about their experience. In the background is some of the behind the scenes footage, but the most exciting part of the video was right at the end. We got our first glimpse of one of the many scenes in Rebel Moon. Now straight off the bat, it looks really nice. Zack Snyder is the writer, director and cinematographer for Rebel Moon, so everything we see and hear is from Snyder's decisions. And with no surprise, it looks amazing. The scene starts off with 3 alien ships flying over some fields towards a small town. Now these ships are what we have seen in these behind the scenes videos and images. I believe these ships are a part of the Mother World's army as they attempt to take over the galaxy. In the previous episode of The Road to Rebel Moon, Snyder revealed some information regarding the planets and characters. If you haven't checked out that episode, make sure you do, because we found out some really cool pieces of information regarding the Rebel Moon universe. So with that information, we can work out where this is and who lives there. According to Snyder's description, this looks like the moon of Velt, the world that Cora, played by Sophia Boutella, is hiding on. Now this is an agricultural village, which is why I believe this shot is on the moon of Velt. We then cut to a shot of the ship's landing right on the edge of the village, and based on Snyder's description of how the film begins, I believe this is where the Mother World land in the village and tell the people of Velt that they will be supplying their army with food. Now before we get on to the next shot, I want to mention how realistic the landing of the ships look. We have the sand and the dirt pushing away from where the ship is landing. It feels real, so I wouldn't be surprised if they used a helicopter as the stand-in to get that shot of the dirt flying away. The following shot here is getting the perspective of the ship's landing from the farmer's perspective, and you really get a sense of scale from this angle that makes the farmers feel so much smaller and weaker compared to the ships. And we can also see a much larger ship floating in the atmosphere above. The final shot is of the ship's legs folding out, with yet again more of the dirt being pushed around by the power of the engines, which is something I really love. I know it may seem like an obvious thing to have or to use, but it gives another layer of realism to this ship that I think a lot of modern movies leave out. Now that's it for the sneak peek, but we can also take a look at some of the behind the scenes shots to give us a better indication as to what to expect from this scene and the movie. I will just be going through the most interesting or important shots from the video, but if you wish to watch the whole thing, I will leave a link to it in the description below. Now the first shot from the behind the scenes video is a low angle shot of one of the Mother World ships. I really love that they actually built this for the set, as yet again it adds to the realism of the movie, and it also means the VFX department can focus on what really needs to be created in CGI. We also get our first behind the scenes look at Jimmy, a mechanical knight played by Sir Anthony Hopkins. He's standing in a field that geographically looks very different to Velt. It's a lot greener and appears to be raining, which seems like the opposite of Velt's environment. We then have Cora walking through a pond of sorts with a burnt down village behind. Unfortunately, my first thought is that this is Velt, after an attack from the Mother World. After this, we have a couple of drone shots of Velt and its fields, really emphasizing how much the village relies on their agriculture. Following this, we have the Mother World troops with Admiral Noble and the scribes walking into the village, and I assume this is where they tell the villagers that they must prepare food for the Mother World. We then get a quick shot of Snyder's storyboards that really show how in depth he goes when planning a movie. After this, we get 2 pieces of concept art for only a second on screen. The bottom one seems to be of Cora and Jimmy together, with the description in the bottom right saying shows kindness to Jimmy. So I assume Cora and Jimmy may create a friendship over the course of this film. The top top image says the Graveyard of Velt. Now, I wonder if this is a graveyard that Korra has made after the Motherworld destroys the village, or if this was there before the Motherworld's arrival. Now, this shot fascinates me the most. We already know that Korra is running from the Motherworld as she worked for them before, but here we can see Belisarius, the leader of the Motherworld, with a young girl who looks a lot like a young Korra. I think Korra could potentially be Belisarius's daughter, which is why she is so adamant about escaping the Motherworld, and maybe why Belisarius is searching for her. Could Belisarius be looking for Korra? Could she mean more to them than we realize? Let me know what you think in the comments below. We then get an opposite angle from earlier of the ship in the village, but this time an explosion has gone off next to them. If we look towards the edge of the river, we can see Korra and Gunnar jumping into the ditch. We then get a close-up shot being filmed of a villager firing some sort of rocket launcher towards the ship. It looks a bit like Charlie Hunnam, but I don't think it is. We all know Snyder is one of the best in the business when it comes to visuals, and this next shot I think will be up there with the best of the best. Here we can see Nemesis standing in a burnt down wooden house with her molten metal blades on full show with flames surrounding her. This is clearly going to be a money shot, and I can't wait to see the final product. I believe this is also in Velt with Korra after the Motherworld's attack. So this could be towards the climax of the movie that ends on a cliffhanger. And the final shot of the behind the scenes is our brand new logo for Rebel Moon. Now, personally, I prefer the old one more, but I do love this one too. I think it's far easier from a marketing standpoint to add titles below for sequels or spin-off shows, as well as it being far more bold than the original title. So the change makes sense. Now, let's just quickly talk about the new poster. I love it. A great contrast of colours with a nice simplistic design. Creating posters is one of the many things Snyder's team excels at. Hopefully we can expect some more character posters like this one for the rest of the cast. The final video included in today's episode is a message from Admiral Noble at last night's event.
Hello, Sao Paulo. This is Admiral Atticus Noble, loyal representative of the slain king Belisarius, regent of the Imperium. I welcome this planet into his warm embrace. I see you're in the midst of a joyous celebration. However, this event is entirely unsanctioned and unauthorized by the Motherworld. Let this serve as a warning that all future gatherings will be treated as direct acts of rebellion and dealt with swiftly. Anywhere, any moment, the Motherworld is watching. Have I made myself clear? Good.
So with all this extra footage, are you excited to see Rebel Moon this December? Let me know in the comments below. But that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. I hope to see you here again soon, so until then, have a great day. Bye!